body weight is 289.4 pounds. Hey friend, it's Demetra. Welcome if you are new here, and if not, welcome back. On my channel, I cover alternate day fasting, healing, and self-development. So if you are interested in that content, then please subscribe to my channel and join my family. On today's video, I am back with my 5-week update. This is my weekly weigh-in that I promised you guys. So I'm going to go over my numbers really quickly. So you saw at the beginning that my weight for today is 289.4 pounds. On last week, it was 282.4 pounds. So this week, I have gained 7 pounds. I will discuss in a moment what I believe caused that. But let's finish going over my numbers. So that is a 7-pound weight gain from last week. And my goal weight for, I've been saying June the 30th, but it's actually June the 24th. So I have 6 more weeks from now to lose 19.4 pounds to meet my goal of 270 pounds. Even though I've gained weight this week, I am completely confident that I will be able to meet my goal. So my total loss in 5 weeks has been 10.6 pounds due to the weight gain. So let's talk about how my week went and why I think that I have this 7-pound weight gain. I don't know if you guys were able to catch my live. Last Saturday was my deceased son's 30th birthday. So we went out for Mexican, as that is his favorite food. I had a margarita. And I ate a lot of cheese dip and nachos. That was my feasting day. Of course, I made sure it was a Saturday. But I did not worry about, what I was eating. I had extras. I don't know if I was eating my feelings or what. But I do know that I indulged more than I normally do. We very rarely eat out. So, I took that time to enjoy myself, and I did, and I have 0 regrets. So I also had made his favorite cake, which is chocolate cake with white icing. So we came back to the house and had cake and ice cream and all of those good things. So the cake was there for a few days. So I had, over the next few days, I did have more cake. I also wonder if fasting affects your alcohol tolerance, because I had 1 margarita, and normally I could have 2 to sometimes 3, before I feel the way I felt this time on 1 margarita. I had not been fasting all day long. I did have, a bite to eat earlier in the day, so it wasn't like my stomach was empty. I just wonder if just fasting over time affects your alcohol tolerance, not just for the day that you didn't eat anything and you drank, if that makes sense. I also had a wine date with my best friend later on in the week. I struggled with my fasting window. That day, it was a feast day that I had wine with her, but I normally don't drink wine because I don't like to drink my calories. So I'm sure those things played a part, because it's very important what you have on your feast days. We think that our fast days are a struggle, and those are the most important days, but it really is what we have on our feast day that is the most important. So I'm going back, reassessing my week, and going to make some changes in the upcoming week to get back on the road to weight loss. And I'm not going to beat myself up over this, because just like I said in another video, for you guys, if you get off track, to give yourself grace and all these things, I have to know that those things apply to me as well. So I feel like my monthly, I talk about it so much in my videos because I feel like I've come on so much more often than normal. So I'm still, I know I got a subscriber comment about our monthlies, so I need to go back and check that out to refresh my memory, because I know that there was something I was supposed to look into regarding my monthly, and I have yet to do that. So I'm on right now, so I know that this is not a solid 7 pounds. Some of it is, water weight, but all of it ain't, so I'm not going to act like it is. So yeah, those are my numbers. That is how my week was. And on to the changes I'm making in the upcoming week. So I started doing modified ADF, and then why am I doing my shoulders like this? so I started off in this journey doing modified ADF, and then I switched to regular ADF. So what I believe is that I'm going to do that on an as needed basis. Some days are just really harder than others, and maybe just for the week before and of my monthly, I will do a modified ADF because I was still having success with modified ADF, and my goal is weight loss. So modified ADF is fine to do, especially if your goal is just weight loss and you are not, necessarily doing it strictly for health benefits and autophagy. And I do believe that I'm going to try a week, even though I know I said this before, that I wasn't going to count calories. I'm not interested in counting calories, and I'm not. I really don't want to, but I'm also determined to lose weight. So this lifestyle for me has to be flexible. I'm still learning and still growing. As I have said before, I have not arrived. And so I know that I have to make changes and try things out to see exactly what works best for me. So I am going to, even though I do freezer meals and I cannot count those calories because they're already prepared, I can give a rough estimate. And so I do want to a little bit kind of count calories, start tracking calories temporarily. I'm not going to do this long term, just temporarily, to make sure that I am eating within the number that I need to eat for weight loss. So in the upcoming week, I want to implement modified ADF as needed. If I'm not hungry that day, then I'm not going to worry about it. But if I do need to, then I will do modified ADF and have 500 or less calories in that day. If you're interested in more ADF content, then check out my playlist. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, friend. Mwah.